First half was cool. The first half seemed to give us what could be a memorable game. I was like, oh, it's looking good. All right, well, we're going in. Second half, Uncle Mo went full on Uncle Mo. He surprised us in the first half, but he went full Uncle Mo in the second half. That second half has to rank as one of the worst games of football I've seen in a long while. If the Premier League are trying to promote the Premier League as the top league in the world, and say, no, this just represents the best of the Premier League. Don't you dare show that pile of complete gutter, feces trash that was that second half. I mean, I'll break it down as best as I can, but initial thoughts was I was begging the referee to just blow that whistle. That second half was class A. That was induction like. That second half was nothing short of horrible. Horrible. Absolute horrible. Just absolute horrible. I mean, where do you begin? So, okay, look, let's just look at the trajectory of the game before we get to how we end up in the second half. First half, best player on the pitch was Ndombele. I think this guy has now established himself as a tier 2 player. And the way in which this guy got away from trouble, advanced with the ball, was to execute very difficult moves in the difficult areas of central midfield. For me, he just stood out amongst everyone. He was easily the best player on that pitch. And for a good section, Tottenham just they were the better team. For most of that first half, they were the better team. The way that they counter, the way that they moved the ball around, it looked as if, all right, Mourinho has tactically got in Lampard here. And Chelsea just don't really have any answers. And you see, here's my thing. I said start Giroud. I've always said start Giroud. Like, going up against a Mourinho, start Giroud. But, when you saw that game, you're like, you know what? Okay, this is a game in which, maybe Tammy can work. Because it seems as if Tottenham are coming out a lot more. It's a lot opener. There's actually space for Chelsea to exploit. But Tottenham were just far more precise and better on the counter than Chelsea were. So, as the game wore on, Tottenham were like, all right, let's now set back, because Region was playing quality. That guy is a damn good find. I already talked about Ndombele. Kane and Son were not really that much in the game, and I think that is maybe to Chelsea's fortune that Son and Kane didn't really say what's up that much. But Tottenham now sat back, men behind the ball, and I think Mourinho was like, you know what, we were maybe giving Chelsea too much space. This is too much like the Wild West. Let's try and defend and just pick them off on any counters that they see to express any kind of spaces that they give. So now the focus was now on Chelsea to now break down Tottenham. Guys, I don't call myself. I'm not a manager. I've never coached in my life. I'm not a football savant. I'm just a regular dude that thinks he knows a thing or two. Just a thing or two about football. But I don't see myself as a football savant. So Tottenham are sitting deep, which meant that Chelsea tried to go through the middle and they couldn't. Because Tottenham were bunching up and were making it difficult for Chelsea to go through the middle. So Tottenham said to Chelsea, you need to go wide. You need to go wide and you need to cross. So Chelsea were like, the only thing we need to do is to go wide. And you actually have some very good crosses from Reece James. So if you're crossing the ball, what do you need to give you the best chance? Now, not everything is a certainty for a goal, but what do you need to give yourselves the best chance of scoring a goal? You need somebody who is good in the air with good aerial ability. It's not about having a tall person. Somebody who is tall. Because you can have somebody who is shorter than a tall person, but that short person has a great jump, a great leap, and is very good at heading and an accurate header of the ball. Height and being good at heading are mutually exclusive. Tammy, I believe, might be taller than Giroud, but Giroud is far better in the air than Tammy is. Why did Lampard wait until the 77, 78 minutes to bring on Giroud? Francis, I just need an answer. Tottenham were begging you. Mourinho said to you that you have to cross the ball to beat us. Through balls ain't happening. 1v1 ain't happening. That's something ain't happening because we are having every man, woman, child, fetus, and test tube baby is going to be defending. So what you're going to have to do is set the ball out wide and you're going to have to cross. That's what you're going to have to do. But to Lampard's wisdom, and this is what I just say for Francis, you just need to explain this. You saw it wasn't working. You saw Rhys James was putting in amazing crosses and Tammy was not really doing so much with the crosses. And you know, Giroud's strength is his quality in the air, his heading ability. He's a pretty damn good header of the ball. So if you're going up against them who are defending, and the only chance for you to get the ball into the box, into the danger areas, not through a through ball or through a 1-2, it's through crossing. Why wouldn't you bring on Giroud at halftime? That's what we discussed in the previous. I said, you know what? You see, I was also when we did the football dog, I was saying to Javenda, okay, if Tammy isn't walking, when do you bring on Giroud? Do you bring him on at halftime? Do you bring him on 55th, 65th, 75th? A brave manager who has balls, you bring him on at halftime and say, you know what? It's not working. Giroud, I'm going to give you 45. I'm going to give you 45. Giroud should demand to leave. He should demand to leave because that's like you're been fully insulted and abused because Giroud is saying to himself that, tell me, this guy, this is not effective. It's not effective. And you're going to give me 12 minutes? 12 minutes? 12. If you give me 45, okay, 45, I can 45, I can really get in the game, do something. You're going to give me 12 minutes? 12? When turn on not bringing on Ben Davies? You see, I feel that Mourinho should have maintained the same pressure they had in that first half. We would have had a much better game for sure. And I think there's a good chance that Tottenham could have won this game. I think Mourinho will never change. Mourinho's like, nope, I have this method and I will never change my method. Home games, we look to win. Away games against the top sides, we look to draw and steal a win if we can. But in that period in the first half where Tottenham really put Chelsea under pressure, and I looked at just how well they were able to ping the ball between each of them and create a chance, and the understanding and chemistry they had within them, I was like, this could cause Chelsea a lot of issues. This could cause Chelsea a lot of issues. And I think especially if they pushed higher a lot more for a sustained period of time, you would have seen Son and Kane much more in the game. And I think we would have had a very interesting game. Now, of course, you doing that would have given Chelsea much more space and much more chance to exploit. But I just feel that Mourinho missed something here. I think he missed an opportunity here. Because I think both of these teams were evenly matched. Tottenham nobody deserved to win this game. Specifically for that piece of trash that was the second half, nobody deserved to win this game. But if you had to say when a team was in control, who was the best, I say it was Tottenham. For me, Ndombele was by far the best player on that pitch. Which is why I don't understand why he was brought off for Lo Celso. Ndombele just for me, I was like, no, this guy is really making things happen. There was nobody in Chelsea's midfield who was doing what Ndombele was doing with the ball. And how he was being, and it is what he was doing in transition, turning midfield to attack, and how he was able to carry the ball through players, through guys, and how he was drawing fouls. He was really forcing the issue and making things happen. That was always what you want from players who is, okay, all right, it's tight, but I'm trying to just fashion of something. I'm trying to change the narrative of the game, and that's what Ndombele was doing very well. So why? So you have to ask yourself, and this is what you have to ask sports fans: is that okay, in the grander scheme of things, 0-0, boom, a draw against a potential title rival, you would say that's cool. But being greedy ain't too bad. Shout out to your boy Gordon Gecko. Sometimes greed can be good. Sometimes greed can be good. And I think that Tottenham should have been slightly greedy in this game in wanting more. They should have wanted more from this game. And I think they should have, and they should have wanted and demanded more from this game. But I just think that, what else could have been? But, back to Chelsea, man, I'm like, you see, my formation was 4-2-3-1. Because I think that, especially in that second half, the game called for a Havertz, the game called for a number 10, just to sit in that number 10 position, and it's called for a Giroud. As I was watching it, between Werner, Ziyech, and Tammy, I was like, these guys ain't scoring. These guys are not going to create a chance. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think in the whole 90 minutes, Chelsea had 2 shots on target. 2 shots on target at home. Because let's keep it real, Chelsea at the home side, not Tottenham. So you can say, Tottenham should have done more, but no, Chelsea being the home side, the onus is on you to win the game, to create chances and to be the better team as the home team. Because remember, if these are 2 evenly matched sides, and in 2 evenly matched sides, if you're the home side, you should be able to have the edge. But for me, like first half, Tottenham were the better team for most of the first half. They were the better team. Second half, I don't know who the better team was. Chelsea had more possession because Tottenham just said, boom, take the possession. Now, what are you going to do with it? Chelsea did nothing with the possession. They did nothing with the ball. And yes, your boy, the edge, he really wasn't in it. I mean, this was not his finest hour. But I just need Francis to ask me. I just need an answer to this. You're going up against a deep block. You're going up against guys who've gone defensive, specifically in the second half. Fair enough, in the first half, they were maybe a bit more balanced and they were trying to come up to you. But towards the end of the first half, in the second half, Tottenham said, we're going to sit deep. We're going to defend. Every man, woman, and child, and fetus. Every umbilical cord is going to be defending for us. So therefore, you are going to have the ball. And if you have that, you've got to go wide and you've got to cross. You can't go through the middle because when you have men batting the ball, you can't, unless you have peak Messi, peak Iniesta, peak Xavi, and the most amazing passing savants in history, you can't go through the middle. You have to go wide. And if you're crossing the ball, we need somebody who can get on the end of that very well. Because I don't like crossing. For me, it's a numbers game that doesn't play to you. But Chelsea simply don't have the quality of players to do what a peak Barcelona or a peak Spain do, which is have men behind the ball. We will just pass and cut through you. Chelsea doesn't have those caliber of players of like a David Silva, a Xavi, and Iniesta, a David Villa, who are superb passers. Chelsea doesn't have any of those players. So you have to go and cross. And if you're crossing, Tammy, Abraham Lincoln wasn't scoring any of those. Just because that's not his game. His game is strongest on the floor, at his feet. As in, at his feet, he is better than Giroud. But if that ball is going up in the air, Giroud is better and more lethal and more effective in the air than Abraham Lincoln. So, I was disappointed. I'll keep it real with you. I'll keep it a stack. I was disappointed in Chelsea's display, man, because I expected more, and I expected them to do a lot better and be more creative. I think there was a lack of imagination, lack of creativity, and it was very predictable. Like there was also a point in the second half where I saw it and I was like, yeah, no one's going to score here. No one's going to score. This is just going to be the same old, man. So guys, I'm going to send out the link, man. So if anybody wants to join, I'm going to send out the link right now. for people to join us. So if you head to Twitter, I'm going to send out that link for y'all, man. What's it called? Join the convo. So I've sent the link on Twitter for us to talk about this. But yeah, I mean, just to round this off, man. It's 0-0 was a fair result. I really, based on how these teams were playing, the players that they had at their disposal, I didn't think 0-0. But one thing is real, and this is what someone said to me on Twitter. I think this shows that we don't know where this Chelsea team is at. We just don't. Because when they faced a really good quality team, they've come up short. So whether it was Liverpool, whether it was Sevilla, and whether now it was so basically whether it was Liverpool, whether it was Sevilla, and now Tottenham, in all these 3 games, ironically, in these 3 games, they've all finished 0-0. They've all finished 0-0. So the worrying thing now is that, are you saying that it's a case that Chelsea, when they go up against tough sides, big sides, they can't beat them? That's my thing. So that is my worry. That are we saying that Chelsea cannot beat or they can't even score against the top sides? If it's a medium side, boom. But I want trophies. I'm not here for a process. I'm not here for a building process. I want trophies. And I don't think that you not being able to score against Sevilla, Tottenham, or flipping Boychester is going to yield trophies. So that is a worry, man. But yeah, I think for Tottenham as well, Tottenham should have been braver. I think if Tottenham were braver, we would have had a much better game rather than that pile of piss trash that we got in the end, man. So I'm going to bring in guys here. So guys, man, remember to like the video and subscribe. Remember to like that vid and subscribe. Remember to like that vid and subscribe. Like the vid and subscribe. All right, let's bring in these boys in here, man. So, what the heck?
Cavani! Guys, I'll see you on Monday. Football Dugout, I will see you on Monday. Come on, Cavani!
This is the same guy that said that what's it called? This is the same guy that said Cavani was trash. Hassan, talk to me, man.
Awful game, HH. Awful game. Wait, can you hear me though?
Crap. No. Talk to me. Talk to me about the game. I know that the game was trash. Talk to me.
I mean, first half. I mean, Tottenham had a few chances. I mean, I thought. And the belly is the best player on the pitch. He was quality today. I mean, he was just bullying Kante and what's his name, Kovacic around the midfield. Son, I don't know why Son played on the right. I don't know why Mourinho done that. I think he's better off the left. Kane wasn't really in the game. About 3 moments. I thought that centre back, what's his name, that Swansea guy had the back. He was alright today. But overall, it's an awful game, you know.
Roll on.
I mean, anyway, Mourinho got a point in it. Away from home, he got a point. He didn't lose. Lampard, I heard he had the German Zidane. So if a player gets a back 5, back 8, where's the German Zidane? It might smooth. You're muted, bro. You're muted.
Yeah. So sorry. So Abdullah is the one that said German Zidane. So it isn't me, man. Please, man. So do you think Tottenham should have been maybe a bit more positive, or do you blame Chelsea for not having enough quality to break down Tottenham's defense?
I blame Chelsea. Chelsea's the home team. I mean, Tottenham came away. They came to take a point at least. Lampard, I don't think I saw a stat where he didn't score against the big teams. I guess Liverpool, Sevilla, and United, and now Tottenham he hasn't scored against. which is with all that attacking players he's bought. That's not good. That's not good. And at home as well, you need to win against the big teams at home. It's not going to beat them away. So it's a good point from Mourinho. It's a bad point for Lampard.
Okay. So wait. Let me just I think so. Yes, says 0-0 versus Sevilla. How good is Chelsea really? Yes, yeah, I address that, and you worry about Boychester. Okay, you worry about Boychester, and then we'll then get that to you. We'll first you worry about Boychester, bro. All right, let me come to undisputed man. Undisputed, talk to me, man. I mean, what the hell did we just witness, man?
Hello, is it me?
Yeah, yes, you.
Okay, that was the biggest waste of 2 hours I can remember in a long time. As for the game itself, I expect an apology from you, towards Mason Mount, who was the best midfielder for Chelsea today. I mean, he actually tried,
Okay. You see, thank you. Undisputed. I'm not here about trying. I don't care about trying or working hard. I want quality.
Then why do you like Kante?
Nobody at Chelsea showed me that, all right, we're about that. The best player on that pitch was Ndombele.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. So I can't even pick out who was Chelsea's best player because nobody from Chelsea were that's exceptional. The best player overall in that pitch was Ndombele. So, but go for it.
Yeah, but especially you've got like Kante and Kovacic, and they don't really pass forward, do they? They don't make clear-cut line breaking, They don't break defensive lines with their passes. And then you've got Ziyech, this guy you've hyped up to no end. You called him the best player in the league, didn't you? And come on, man, he's not even the best Muslim winger in the league.
Wait, what do you say? The best what? What do you say? Best what?
Player in the league.
Huh?
Did you call him that?
Well, I can't hear you too well. But continue. I can't hear you too well.
Didn't you call him the best player in the league?
The best layer. What's the best player? I can't really say, but continue.
Come on, man. He's not even the best Muslim winger in the league.
Undisputed. Just tell me why that second half was so trash. Okay.
Because it's Mourinho. Come on. You should have known. We should have known.
So you're going to blame Mourinho now?
No. But I don't blame him. Actually, I actually think tactically he did it.
Why couldn't Chelsea with all their weapons? Wait. What is that stuff in the background?
If someone watches TV.
Wait. Where is that coming from? Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah, continue. Tell me why couldn't Chelsea with all of their weapons break down?
Because most of your weapons aren't actually that good. You've got who's this guy Abraham Lincoln here? You compare him to Drogba. Come on, he's closer to Benteke than he is to Drogba.
I was just hyping up. I didn't say that. Oh, okay. So, who do you think that 0-0 was a fair result, or do you think maybe
0-0 was completely fair? I just wish I did something else in those 2 hours, like watch the paint on my wall dry or something like that, instead of watching this game. But otherwise, 0-0 was pretty fair.
Eddie, talk to me, man. What the blooming heck was that, man?
Bruh, I woke up at 3 o'clock to watch this game here in Australia, man. What the hell did I do just waking up? Like, Lampard was coaching this game scared, I'm not gonna lie. He didn't take the necessary risks in terms of substitutions enough to win the game. And I mean, we all knew what Mourinho was coming out to do anyways, but Chelsea should have made subs early. I mean, once the second cross came in, Tammy had to go. I don't know why he stayed on the pitch that long. And why on earth is your first sub a guy who hasn't played in 2 months? What is that? Like, I don't understand Lampard's game management today, man. It just kills me, to be honest. That second half was dead.
Okay, wait. What do you think his logic was for not bringing in Giroud earlier when he knew that what Tottenham were going to do and everything was just cross?
I don't know. I mean, I was gonna tweet this in the first half as well. I was gonna ask why we were spamming so many crosses in when we were playing Tammy up front, because we all know Tammy doesn't head the ball properly. And even linking up the play, sometimes you saw his touch there and him falling over. So the whole game plan, like, I didn't get. If you were gonna switch it up, you had to bring a new personnel in and bring someone who would suit that play better. And halftime was the time to make that kind of change. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just an annoying game to watch. Really, I'm not really happy at the moment.
All right, but what's Jamal, man? Talk to me, man. What the hell was that, man?
Yeah, before I talk, can you just play the brick effect for this game? Just play.
Sure, man. Don't worry, man. I got you, man. I got you.
Guys, you know what get me vexed with Gatluck? Gatluck only plays when you get it wrong. Why you didn't play what I said yesterday? I said the definition of this game will have been a draw. I said it, but Gatluck's not here today, isn't he? Yeah, I said this was gonna be a draw. It just looked like a draw. But yeah, I'm coming for your next HH.
But
You
did
know
you
I'm
see the
complaining.
game being as trash as? No, come from me, like all fun. I'm here. But did you see this being this trash, known as nil
Nah,
nil?
nah. I thought it would have been 1-1, I said. So I thought it would have goals. But this game was horrible. But the best player in the league, Hakim Ziyech, today he was a cross and Ishala merchant. All what he did today. The guy was just spamming crosses. I thought it was Trent. Wow. Yeah. So it was a disaster class for him. But not only him. Someone said Mount was your best player. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard for Mount. He was average, but he was still our best player.
You see,
Put some respect.
but see, Jamal, see, that's the scary thing. People say, "Oh no, respect, Mount." Do you know what it means by saying Mount was the best player? Because Chelsea were so average. All Mount had to do was just do the basics for him to be one of the best players on the pitch. So for me, him being the best player means nothing to me. The best player in that whole game was Ndombele. That was the best
I
player
was
in
now
the
gonna
whole
talk
game.
to him. Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? I know it's too early, but it reminds me of what Pogba was doing at Juventus. I mean, this is what Manchester United want Pogba to do. I mean, the touches, the close control, the dribbling. He was good today. He was good
No,
today.
he was quality. No. I mean, basically, he was a problem
Wait.
for
What's
Chelsea.
going
man.
on?
He was for Chelsea.
Comparing
Yeah,
Mount
man.
to
So
Pogba?
that's
What's
what
going on, guys?
Yes, yeah, mute your mic. Yes, side, mute your mic, please. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Jamal,
So
continue.
yeah, so it was good for us because we needed a draw after we draw against Brighton. So I'm happy for these two draws. So I think we're joined up on the table with Spurs. And yeah, man, I just want to say Hakim Ziyech is the BTEC KDB.
Hey,
Spamming crosses.
relax. So before I come over to Darren, let me just hit some of these super chats. So from Whimsical Thoughts, your honest take on Ziyech for today's game. Didn't have a very good game. I think Ziyech, you could tell that he didn't know how to deal with the deep block. He was going into a very predictable pattern, which is receive the ball, go on into his left, and just put those crosses into deep.
Poor man Salah.
True. And undisputed, mute your mic. Or rather, I'll call it disputed. So basically, and as he was doing that, okay, fine, you're crossing, but it's predictable, and you know that time is not going to get on the end of the cross as well as Giroud. So I just think that Ziyech needed to bring in another aspect to his game. But Mourinho and Tottenham, I think that they did a very good job tactically in just nullifying him and reducing him to cutting cross. So it was very predictable. So I don't know whether you blame Ziyech and say, yo, Ziyech, you need to now, from a psychological point of view, do something because this is very predictable. Or I look at Lampard and say, Lampard, you need to change the formation, change the attacks, bring in someone different in there. Hence, I say maybe if you now bring in a Giroud who is different from Tammy, maybe that is somebody that could play better off of Ziyech to create wants and create situations. But yeah, Ziyech, I mean, he was ineffective in the game. From Andrew Laurie, that's Uncle Move for you. Pep never destroyed football. Jose did. You see, this is my thing, Andrew. It is what it is. You know what it's going to do. So you can't. So Chelsea fans can't be like, "Oh my gosh, Tottenham ruined the game." Bro, you have the ball. You have the ball. Break us down. If you give the ball to pick Barcelona, they will break you down. If you give the ball to pick Spain, they'll break you down. Any team, it's a team who are confident in their skill and their ability. You can have 300 men behind the ball. We will find a way. And Andrew, I think it would have helped if Francis brought on those crosses by Reece James. Those were amazing crosses. Those were quality crosses. Giroud does something with at least one of those two quality crosses that really got Tottenham on the back foot. But this is what a manager should do. You have to identify what the context of the game is and bring in players who can best affect the game in the right way. This was a game that was crying for Giroud. Deep block, you have to cross. You have to play with the back to goal. This was crying for Giroud, but he brought on Giroud in the 78th minute. Brilliant. From yesterday's side, who says that here is a scary stat that you will not like. Chelsea played 3 games against the top 6 and Chelsea scored 0 goals. Liverpool, United, and now Spurs. Yasser Said,
Yes,
I'll come
sir.
to you. Yes, yeah, I'll come. First of all, it's Boychester. Worry about Boychester first. And yes,
3
yeah,
points for the game in hand, guys.
last
3
I
points behind
checked.
Chelsea.
Last I checked. No, yes, I mean, I don't know what this is, but I mean, maybe you can help me with this. Like, where are Man United on the table?
We have
here?
a game in hand. Chill.
No. But
We
where
have
are
a
you?
game in hand. Chill.
Seventh, and Chelsea are third.
Okay.
7th and 3rd.
All right.
7th and 3rd.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. 7th and 3rd. So, Darren.
So hold
talk
on,
to
you're
me.
telling me that you're 3 points ahead of United and you're third, and your kit is 3.
Gatlock, mute your mic.
Am I
Darren,
heard?
talk to me about the game.
Hello?
Darren, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Obviously, I'm very frustrated as a Chelsea fan. I think that was for us to take the 3 points. But as much as I'm disappointed and annoyed, like we said, this game, it was a Mourinho type of game. Mourinho came, you know what he's going to do. He started off the first half, he let Bergwijn start the game. He puts him on the left and asks him to defend that right-hand side of us the whole time, to negate Reece James and Ziyech. And he did a good job. The whole first half, they were struggling to get the ball. It was all Werner's side. And he got that offside goal, which was a great finish, but obviously offside. So it is what it is. And I think today, the person who I really will blame, because when it's Mourinho, that's how the game's going to be. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing. You know what's going to do.
Exactly. Every time we attack, there's about 10 men behind the ball. What can you do? So a game like that, you take your chances. And who didn't take their chances? For me, the main culprit, Abraham. After that, Ziyech obviously didn't have a great game. He had that one chance, the volley, he skied it. And it was just unfortunate. To be honest, them type of games, Chelsea often concede. We have all the possession, then we concede. So it's an upgrade from before.
I don't give a damn about upgrade. Why wasn't Giroud involved in this game earlier? Can you give me an explanation?
That's the only thing I can only say. Maybe because Tammy had been scoring the past few games, Lampard didn't want to ruin his flow or thingy, whatever. Like fair enough, if he's scoring, give him the chance, innit?
Darren. Darren. What is Giroud supposed to do with 12 minutes? 12 minutes.
He did it against Rennes on the weekend. Gave him a few. But still away in the Champions League, he still did it. And Giroud is quite clinical sometimes when it comes to that. He's a bench man. Arsenal days, he comes off the bench. That's what he does, score off the bench. So that game, I would have put him on earlier because Abraham had chances after chances after chances and did not convert. Personally, I wouldn't even put Abraham in the middle. I'd put Werner in the middle, Pulisic on the left, and let's go full on attack. But obviously, Lampard's doing what he's fucking doing. So, yeah, man, that game, I think the game was on the attackers because we didn't concede. So it was for Ziyech, Werner, Abraham to do something. They didn't. 90 minutes, they did nothing. So It's on them.
So what's the code? No, I think I'm just getting these news that Papa Bouba Diop, the guy who scored the winning goal for Senegal in the World Cup, has just passed away at 42, man, which is quite wild, man. Yeah, so condolences to him. Because again, anybody who remembers that 0-2 World Cup when Senegal beat France in our opening game, he was the guy that scored that goal. So yeah, I mean, condolences to him. I'm just looking at that right now, man. That's very unfortunate, man. Yes, side, talk to me about this game, man.
I felt like the result was, in my opinion, is very significant. The performance, I felt, yes, because I've been watching football for a very long time. Now you watch football a lot more than I do, but this is what Jose Mourinho does. This is how he wins titles. He's top of the league right now.
Except that Tottenham are not winning the title this season. So,
what was that?
Except that Tottenham are not winning the title this season. That's what I said.
Okay, let's put Tottenham on one side. I'm talking about Mourinho here.
Okay.
This is how Mourinho wins titles. This is what he does. He comes to away games and he gets a result.
Why didn't Giroud play this game? Why didn't Giroud play this game? Tell me.
Because I feel like Lampard made a decision about Giroud and Tammy Abraham. I think he believes in Tammy Abraham. He thinks he's the future.
He believes in him. Okay.
And he's going with him. And I don't think Giroud is in the long-term plan. So hence why.
Okay, wait, no. So let me get this straight. Even if the game clearly calls for Giroud, because he believes in Tammy, no matter what, Tammy will play, even though Giroud would be a better option for this game. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That we're not going off belief. When we're not going off brain, intelligence, or a strategic move, we're just going off belief. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
But that's what Lampard is.
Okay.
He plays the players that he believes in. Mount, Abraham, especially in the big games. I don't know why he doesn't like Giroud, because every time Giroud plays, he scores crucial goals for you guys. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, more than anyone, I think Giroud is the reason why you guys are in Champions League football. But that's just the reality. Like everyone is. To be honest, when I was watching this game, the two best chances you had was from across from either Reece James, and if Giroud was there, that would have been 2 goals. You guys would have won the game. It's that simple. But like I said, he believes in Tammy Abraham. He's gonna stick with him. This guy Lampard is so stubborn. It's very, very, very stubborn manager. And that's just what Chelsea fans just need to deal with. He's a very stubborn manager. He's unlikely to change. He's always gonna pick Mason Mount. He's gonna believe in this guy. This guy will play all your games, and he's gonna believe in Tammy Abraham. He tried to hold Timo Werner down the middle. Then he realized that Timo Werner is good in the left. So you probably won't see Timo Werner playing down the middle.
So this result, who do you think is happiest with this result?
Mourinho.
Chelsea, Tottenham?
Mourinho by far. Look, he's on top of the table and he's 2 points clear. He's 2 points clear of Chelsea. Chelsea has to chase Mourinho now. That's just the reality, guys. Forgetting the nonsense, all that stuff. Oh, Chelsea, United, whatever. The reality is the table is the table. Mourinho has a 2-point lead. Chelsea plays Leeds, Bielsa next game. After that, they play Everton, Ancelotti. I mean,
bro, are you forgetting Liverpool?
Oh yes, Liverpool too. But then that's the thing though. Chelsea has to chase Liverpool and Spurs. So, I mean, let's be honest. This table is so tight that you have to gain the points where you can gain them. So this was crucial. Chelsea was 2 points behind Liverpool and Tottenham. They needed to win this game. Because who knows when Spurs are gonna lose points? Who knows when Liverpool is gonna lose points? Who knows?
They will lose. If Chelsea are chasing anybody, it's Liverpool. Chelsea are not chasing Tottenham. Tottenham are not in the conversation.
Here's the thing.
What are we talking about?
Here's the thing, HH. This is what I tell myself all the time. It doesn't matter what Spurs do. It doesn't matter what Tottenham do. It's what my team does. And Chelsea had the opportunity to win this game today, and they didn't. This is a missed opportunity, unfortunately.
All right. From Maxi says, what about how Lampard nullified Son and Kane? We're not going to talk about that tactics.
That's a point.
They just had a bad game. They nullified them. They just had a bad game.
Maxi, thank you for the super chat, but let me just lay something to you. Mourinho wasn't trying to win the game.
Facts.
There was no nullification. Mourinho was, if we find an opportunity, yes, we will. So Chelsea didn't need to do that much defending because Mourinho was like, we're not coming to win the game. We're not coming to attack. We're not coming to try and force the issue. We were maybe trying to steal something in the first half, but by the time the second half rolled through, we were not trying to do it to you. So Lampard didn't need to do anything to nullify anyone because Tottenham were not trying to do anything to try to force the issue or to try to win the game. Tottenham were like, no, Chelsea, you take the ball. Because we are happy for a draw. Tottenham, in that second half, we're playing for a draw. So the onus was on Francis freaking Lampard to get me my 3 mother effing points. And nobody has still come and explained to me why this dude didn't start Giroud or play Giroud in the second half. I'm just a dude. I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a regular man. And even I know you're going up against a defense. You know this guy is good in the air. And you gave him 12 minutes? 12 minutes? The heck? 12 minutes. What's this guy's score? Man City is the best. Talk to me, man.
I swear, if you're trying to sleep throughout the whole day and you don't have time, those 2 hours you could have taken a nap because that game was so boring.
Yeah.
Lampard, he should have played Giroud because Tottenham are so strong defensively. Especially the way they play against Man City. So he should have started Giroud because he had Ziyech, the crossing merchant. He could have just passed it to Giroud because Giroud is better with his head than Tammy Abraham, who was just throwing himself flying like a bird or something. What was he doing? And then Werner, Chelsea fans were hyping up Werner.
I was hyping him up, man.
Werner did nothing in that game.
I didn't hype him up. Don't put me in that whole thing. I didn't hype him.
Okay. Whatever. And then Missimao, I thought played well. Zuma and Thiago Silva, they had a good, strong partnership. I thought Mendy.
Why didn't he start Giroud? Tell me why did he only give Giroud 12 minutes?
Sorry?
Why did he only give Giroud 12 minutes?
I don't know. Maybe he likes Tammy Abraham better or something. I don't know. I'm not Lampard.
I'll tell you why he didn't start you because he's a rookie coach.
Can I jump in there, lad? Would love to jump in there for a second.
Who is this?
I'm
Who wants
the
to
only
jump
one
in?
that's gonna stand up for Tammy. I can't lie, man.
Wait. Okay, AR, talk to me. So when you want to jump in, man.
Cheers. First of all, thanks for having us on the show, man. Been watching you guys for a while. I think it just comes down to strictly tactics. As a former Arsenal fan, I think he thought that maybe by playing up Giroud has less pace, and maybe he might, he might have them dropping back a bit more in the game. But overall, I think there's 28 games left in the season. I don't think Tottenham will win, but they're dark horse. And honestly, I don't think Chelsea have been tested yet fully. I think the Liverpool game came too early in the season. I haven't seen any team fully test Chelsea, to see how they can do in the final third, how they can do in intense moments, intense attack. But seeing you guys so far this season, I think Mendy has been a massive improvement. But I guess that could be my only thing. In a game where it was crying out for Giroud, those balls that came in, it would have been perfect. So maybe he thought, I'll leave Tammy Abraham in for up until the 70th minute, winning hope. But Mourinho came there to draw. He wasn't really trying to win. Classic Mourinho, frustrating the opponents. But Chelsea were, Tottenham were there for the taking. Toby Alderweireld was out. This would have been a great chance, but could be, down to youth and experience where he still can't break teams down. That was probably it,
So, okay, but what do you take on the whole Giroud thing? So you know that a team is playing a deep block. They're being very defensive. Don't you think this game either called for either you start Giroud or you make the brave decision of giving him 45 minutes, bringing him on at halftime? So what do you think Lampard's logic was of only giving Giroud, who was perfect for this game, only 12 minutes.
That I'm not sure because I would have taken off Giroud earlier and just left him up there with maybe Timo Werner, changed it around. I heard you guys were saying that Ziyech didn't do enough, but technically he was nullified, but he was the only spark really going forward, him and Reece James.
Mm.
But I thought, like, for example, I wasn't even sure if Kane played as a striker, if he was like a deep midfielder with Bergwijn kind of blocking off the flannels, because I think he just thought maybe by putting on Giroud too early, it might just probably ruined the flow, but I would have put Giroud on like second half straight away. You know,
Mm.
it would have been it because I think he would have had a chance if Giroud would have been on like 20 minutes early, he would have scored that. Like that last ball from that Lloris came out, he would have scored that easily. So it's my only opinion of it because looking at your bench, I didn't really see any kind of game changes on there that would have given you a different option. But yeah, that's probably I think it's pace more than anything. You know?
Okay. Wait, let me just read this. So from Whimsical Thought, who says, "Hope, what's Lampard's fixation on English players?" I just think that it's just he has just decided to obviously be someone to try and yield and really do develop and cultivate English players, and I think that's just a role that he's taken. And for me, I'm like, I'm cool with that, but just make sure that you don't do that to the detriment of the team. That's what I'm saying. So if you're obsessed with the Mount, cool, but don't do it to the detriment of the team. So I hope and pray, Whimsical, that you're not putting faith in Tammy because he's English.
Lampard does support Brexit, to be fair, so
He's
he's a Tory.
Yo,
He's a
are we
Tory.
gonna forget about the small chance Giroud had when that defender mistimed the header and he tried to chip it straight into his hands?
That was
I'm just saying, innit? I'm not gonna like blast Giroud.
That's a difficult chance.
Nah, that wasn't a difficult
That's not a golden
chance.
chance.
10 minutes earlier, he would have scored that.
That's a difficult chance.
Come on, man. They all bottled all their chances, Chelsea, today, man.
And
not just
no. That's a difficult chance. That's a difficult chance. So Marvelous, talk to me, man.
Honestly, this game left me with more questions than answers. I question why Lampard took so long to start making his substitutions when his game plan was to limit Spurs from breaking on the counter, pass the ball out to the wings and cross the ball in. If you were a person with common sense, you would know that the game called for Giroud. That's the first question. The second question is, why did he think it was necessary to bring off Ziyech if he knew he was going to bring on Giroud and then put Kai Havertz on the wing when he's seen through the earlier Premier League games that did not work out? In regards to Tottenham and Mourinho, I think defensively and just overall, they did exactly what Mourinho would have told them to go out and do. The onus wasn't on them to score or to win. The onus was on for Chelsea to prove themselves as legitimate title contenders, and Chelsea failed at that. As a Chelsea fan, I'm disappointed with how Lampard approached this game. You're a Chelsea manager.
Why didn't he start Giroud?
I think in his mind, he's already come to the conclusion that Giroud will leave in January. They may have had a private conversation. So I feel that he does not want to give Giroud any game time. He may just be sticking it to him like, oh, you're not going to be an option for me. You're not going to be a third option for me. You think you deserve to start over Tammy? Then stay on the bench. And it's quite sad and disrespectful because I was watching the game on NBCSN, and each time Tammy would miss an opportunity or a header, they would pan the camera over to Giroud, and you would see him looking all somber and just dejected. I don't understand that man management, But
okay. So in your view, do you feel that this was a game that Giroud should have started, or if he didn't start, when do you bring on Giroud? Because my thing was, look, Abraham Lincoln, he's all cool and everything, but Homie was never going to score in this kind of game because this game was against a better opponent, a better team who were going defensive. So for Lampard, why couldn't Lampard see in this game? Because again, forget what your view on Giroud are. You are here to win games for Chelsea. For whoever you want to use or whoever you don't want to use, he had to win games for Chelsea. So why couldn't he still just be like, okay, even if Giroud is leaving in January, he is still here and he's the best option for Chelsea to win? Are you saying that he is so on an agenda that he would jeopardize Chelsea winning just to follow whatever agenda he has?
I think Giroud should have started the game because this was a game that called for physicality. This was a game that called for having a number 9 who could hold the ball, given that Tottenham were set so deep. He could hold the ball and allow our creative players such as Ziyech, Werner, even Kovacic, if he was to go forward, to come more into the game centrally. And you even notice when Giroud came on, his presence led to that mistake through which he almost scored. I feel like if that was Tammy Abraham closing down on Rondon, that mistake would not have been made because Tammy Abraham doesn't have such an imposing presence, you know? And I think with Lampard, he strikes me as a stubborn Englishman. I'm American, Nigerian, but he strikes me as the type of Englishman who, I've got to get it right, you know. They've got to follow my system of the highway. So I feel like he's willing to sabotage anyone who goes against his agenda. Marcus Alonso hasn't sniffed the pitch since they got into that little argument.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Okay. So let me bring in Muad. So Muad, talk to me, man. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a tactical game. I mean, you obviously knew Jose Mourinho was gonna play it safe. He was going for a draw, I think, in my opinion. I mean, I couldn't understand how Tammy Abraham missed those chances. I mean, I think if that was Giroud on the pitch, he would have scored them, to be honest. So yeah, I think Mourinho went for the draw, in my opinion.
So do you think this result was something that Tottenham and Chelsea are happy with, or only Tottenham were happy with the 0-0?
I think Tottenham would be much happier, yeah, because I thought Chelsea were should have attacked more. I mean, they didn't create a lot of chances, to be honest.
Okay, so let me bring this in, man. Do you think that Mourinho, especially with this Tottenham side, that Mourinho needs to change his approach in away games? Because people say, oh no, this was a good result. But do you think that if Tottenham, let's say, attacked Chelsea and they were much more positive and they played much more on the front foot and they actually looked to win the game for 90 minutes, do you think that Tottenham would have won the game, or do you think that it would have gone into Chelsea's advantage and the space would have meant that Chelsea would have punished Tottenham and actually won the game?
I think Chelsea would have won because there would be a lot of spaces in behind, and Ziyech and Werner would exploit those spaces in behind the wing backs, so it would create more chances. So no, I think Chelsea would have easily won that game if Tottenham attacked.
Eddie, what about you? What do you think? Do you think that if Tottenham had been much more attacking, do you think that they would have won the game?
I think Chelsea would have got them because there'll be spaces like he just said. Because I think when I was looking at the halftime analysis by one of the pundits and all, they were pretty much playing 5 at the back with Sissoko dropping into the right centre half space. So if they had to push a lot forward, and I mean Kane pretty much played DM for the whole game as well. So you know. So imagine Kane playing up front and Son moving from right wing back to his proper space. There would have been some spaces for Chelsea to exploit. So it probably would have been a different game. I don't know if Chelsea would have won. It probably would have been maybe a goal scoring draw as well, but a more exciting game at that.
All right, so before I come to Jamal, Andrew Laurie says, HH, you said yourself that Lampard needs to find a lineup and stick with it. Double standards, shakes my head. Show his English, but doesn't get a sniff. Andrew, you see, come on, you can't do that. Yes, have a lineup and stick with it. But there are specific games where you know what, I have my lineup, but for this game in particular, I think this is what works. Changing Tammy for Giroud isn't that big a change. Because remember what I always say, never change your central defensive partnership. That is one thing you never change. You can see what you should change from this. This is football 101. What you can change from game to game is your attacking players. So you can change your striker, your inside forward, based on the kind of team that you're playing. At no point whatsoever, it doesn't matter who you're playing, do you ever change your central defensive partnership. Whether it's an attacking team, defensive team, that's two central defenders should never change. But if you're playing a team that's very defensive, you probably may need a taller striker who is good in the air, who can hold up the ball. If you're playing against a team that gives you space, you may want a striker who is much more mobile, who can run and can actually get into the space and is much more effective on the counter-attack. So changing different attackers is needed based on who you play. There is nothing that calls for you to change your central defensive partnership, whoever you play. It's simple football 101. Jamal, talk to me. If Tottenham were more attacking, more positive, do you think that they win this game?
Yes, 100%. Because, guys, in the first 10 minutes, Tottenham was the better team. We have to be real. Tottenham were. The counter-attacking was good, and then Bailey was passing, Keane was passing, and Baldwin, guys, you remember Baldwin chance? If he scored that, it could have been a different game. I think Ori had a shot as well. So, yeah, because, guys, Thiago Silva is a good defender, but he's still to the 6. I just feel if Tottenham was more attacking, they could have get at Chelsea defense. So, yeah, I feel if Tottenham was more attacking, they might have won, might have guessed on better.
Undisputed, talk to me.
If what? Sorry, could you repeat the question?
So if Mourinho always likes to be defensive in away games. Do you think that if he had changed his tactic and be like, oh, you know what, let Tottenham be more attacking, more positive throughout the game, do you think they would have won this game, or do you think that would have played into Chelsea's hands and Chelsea would have picked them off on the counter?
An open game, it's difficult to say who it would suit more. I do feel like it would suit Chelsea more, specifically, say, a player like Kovacic, who thrives more in an open game where he can just run and dribble, as opposed to a closed game where he has to pick a pass, which he can't really do. And I think they might have actually lost the game. I think they would have eventually. They started off really well, but it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Although then again, Chelsea can't really score. They really seem to struggle in front of goal. So I think it would have been a 1-1 instead of a 0-0, which in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change anything.
All right, well, so Gatlock, talk to me, man. So do you think that Mourinho and Tottenham should have been a bit more positive in this game, or it was Mourinho played the right tactic for this game and got the right result?
Finally. Give me a second.
You can turn your camera off for plausible deniability.
All right. I think.
You know what? We actually need to keep a
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1.
3-1 Chelsea.
Wow, you guys are comfortable.
Yes, that was Eddie. In case you guys don't know, that's Eddie from Computer Fan Show. And this is HH.
Mr. Bargab Condetti, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. It's going to be a 0-0 tie, and then both will implode. Now, by implode, what do you mean by imploding? And Bargab, I can almost bet with you. If I had any cash to bet with, I could almost bet with you.
I remember this.
This game finishing 0-0. Now, it could be 1-1, 2-2. There is no chance in hell. This is not my voice. Tottenham tie, especially with how these guys play, will finish 0-0. This is not my voice. It ain't sniffing 0-0. This is not my voice. That's not my voice. That is not my voice.
Mourinho coached Chelsea for 5 years and you still don't know how he is like? Come on, man.
I mean, for a number one football analyst, I expected,
That's not my voice.
a clutch prediction from you.
Gatlock, can you answer the mother effing question? That's not my voice. Answer the freaking question, man. Fucking loser, man.
Oh man. What was the question? Sorry.
Thoughts on the game, and do you think that Mourinho should have been a bit more positive? And do you think if Mourinho was more positive and more attacking, they would have won this game?
Okay, first of all, thoughts on the game. First half was actually very interesting. I enjoyed first half. Second half was bullshit. I feel that both teams could have had 2-0. For example, the chances Tammy had, if that fell to Giroud, 2-0 for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. So why didn't he put Giroud in this game? Why didn't he put Giroud in this game?
Okay, before I go into that, The second one, I think Kante was very important because I know there were two crosses in which Kante intercepted that if he fell to a Tottenham player, that was shooting into the box and it could probably be 2-0 for Tottenham as well. And as for him not playing Giroud instead of playing Tammy Abraham, you see, Lampard is still new. I don't think he has that kind of strong head management where it's like it's not a Mourinho where look, the kind of thing is, you know what you guys said before, if you ain't broke, don't fix it. The thing about Mourinho is that he aims to win. So he'll do some crazy stuff, even if it means like a player is on form, he can just drop you and he won't care. Because for winning purpose, he'll just drop you and do something. Just like Pep, although Pep usually his own backfires like the Lyon game. Lampard was playing it safe. He knew that the system he's been playing has been working. And he just said, let's just keep playing that way. Yeah, he should have played Giroud because let's be honest, this game was crying out.
Yeah.
Because the chances Abraham had, let's be honest, if he fell to Giroud, he probably puts one of those away. So this game was, I don't know why, for some reason, Chelsea have this issue of not scoring against the top teams, but they really should try and break it because you guys have you have Arsenal left out of the top 6. I can't remember who else you have. But yeah, you guys need to try and break that. And you guys saying 3-0, 2-0 against Sevilla. Are you still confident you're going to score that many goals against Sevilla?
Look, the way that things are looking right now, man, I'm not even sure about
Look
Sevilla
how
now.
tight the table is, bro.
Yeah. I'm not even sure how things are, man. But
and as for Mourinho going trying to attack more, I think he should have, because I feel that if he attacked a little bit more, he could have broken that Chelsea defense. Although, let's be honest, Zuma and Kante were really sniffing you guys out. We're helping you guys. Like, they were sussing out Son and Kane. So kudos to Zuma and Thiago Silva. That's a good partnership going forward. Mendy did his best today. He saved a lot of.
But then Mourinho
chances.
didn't really want to win the game. I mean, like, yes, Chelsea did well defensively, but you know who Mourinho is, man. This guy was we're not here to attack, especially in the second half. See, first half I thought was pretty open. By the time it got into the second half, Mourinho was like, all right, take the ball. We're going deep. Son is going to be right back. Kane is going to be DM. Go for it.
Yeah, that's how Mourinho operates. The only way he attacks in the second half in an away game is if he's losing. That's the only time he attacks. But when it's a draw or he's winning, the second half he sits deep. First half is the most interesting part of Mourinho's game. So yeah, I think he should have maybe for like the first 10 to 15 minutes of the second half, he should probably have attacked more, because I feel there were chances there for Tottenham.
So do you think Lampard deserves credit? Do you think we're being too harsh on Lampard?
Speaking as a neutral, maybe you could just let him have this one, because let's be honest, even City did not, who put 5 past Burnley, and I know they've not been scoring much this season. They could not break down Mourinho, although that was in Tottenham some years, but still. They could not. You know how hard it is to break down Mourinho.
And also, let's be real. City had a goal ruled out for VAR, and also they I think there might only been 2 shots on target in this game from Chelsea. City actually had a lot more shots and a lot more opportunities in that game than Chelsea did. So
yeah, but you see, the thing is, City have been together longer, I feel. This team of Havertz, Ziyech, who I'm not going to get onto Ziyech because unlike UWH, I'm not reactionary. This is just one bad game out of a few. I can't get onto him for one bad game. So the edge is still cool. Yeah, so look, this just one. I think that Mourinho defensively got it right. For Lampard, I think Chelsea could have done better. Let's be honest. You guys kind of fell into Mourinho's hand in the second half. To be fair, you did, but this team is still young. If, for example, you play them in their home or something like that, and let's say you're in your in the second half of the season, where the team has had a lot of time to gel, if you guys mess up And
I
still
sorry,
I
I
still
forgot.
making rookie mistakes.
Wait, thank you, Andrew. Werner did have a goal, and that
Yeah,
was a
he did
damn
that
good goal.
exactly,
That was a
and
damn
that was
good
a
goal.
very good goal, and it was a very tight offside call. So if at the second half of the season you guys are still making all these rookie mistakes, then that's when I think you should get on to Lampard. But it's still early, bro. So
Okay. So just versus thoughts on Bruno. Is he the best midfielder in the league? No, he isn't.
where has this guy been?
I thought
Bro.
he moved to Antarctica.
No, bro. Neymar has been breaking it up. So actually, yeah, Beston. Neymar is. Wait, why do you still have a picture of Neymar? Homeboy is trash. So I don't even know why Lost Lessons back. Guys, look, man. Let's get out of here, man. So, guys, all I'm saying is this, man. It was a cool game, nice game, but it was ultimately trash. The second half was trash, and I just think it was a fair result. And I just think for Chelsea, this team still needs to show me what they can do, and I think they will only show me what they can do based on what they do against the very best teams. And for me, they just came up short against one of the best teams in Tottenham. And I just think that Lampard still has a lot to do in terms of taking the team to the next level. It's still a very good team that still play well. Defensively, very solid, much better defensively than they were last season. Because as someone said, they could have easily made a defensive mistake. There are hardly any defensive mistakes in this team anymore, so that is an improvement. But beyond that, I just don't know what's this now.
HH.
Lost Leicester, man.
HH, I got a question.
What do you want?
What did you make of Reece James' performance? I thought he played well today.
Oh no! Reece James was very good. I think that was.
He was putting good crosses in as well.
But this is the issue. No. It was a good call made by Lampard because it was either Reece James or Azpilicueta, and I think it was a brave choice going for Azpilicueta. And my thing about it was that it's a Lampard. You did one thing great in Reece James, great, but then what about putting in Giroud? If you had Giroud in there, it would have then made Reece James' crosses.
Yeah, that was a wrong choice.
Guys, I will see you guys on the Sunday Hangout tonight at 10 p.m. where we will talk Messi, Barcelona, the US, Griezmann, and all other lovely stuff, and Modric and Javi as well. We'll see you there tonight. Peace out, stay true, stay real, and I'm out. Peace.
See you later, everyone.